welcome back to Bochiknot and Bochiknot.com. My name is Nicole. For those of you who don't know, in this channel you will find everything related to macrame, from DIY patterns to tips and tricks videos. There's a lot of valuable macrame content you can find on this channel. If you guys do find the content valuable, then please click that subscribe button. So in today's tutorial, we'll be going over a lotus flower wall hanging made from the 4 basic macrame knots: the lark's head knot, the square knot, the double half-hitch knot, and the gathering knot. I have always been fascinated by lotus flowers just because they grow from muddy waters, and also because they symbolize enlightenment and self-regeneration. I wanted to start off the new year of 2020 with this pattern just because a new year usually marks a new chapter in everyone's lives, and for some people that means a fresh restart. I really hope you guys enjoyed this pattern that I came up with. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, along with what your goals are for the new year. And with that said, let's begin.
Start by hanging up your 12-inch dowel. Then taking one strand of 200 centimeter cord, fold it in half, and attach it onto the wooden dowel using a lark's head knot. Repeat for the remaining 11 cords so that there are a total of 12 cords attached onto the wooden dowel. Once all 12 cords are attached, take the 40 centimeter cord and use that as an anchor cord for a row of double half-hitch knots, taking all the vertical cords as the working cords. Starting with the far left cord, make a double half-hitch knot onto the anchor cord.
Drinking with your girls and you come through, but every time you do we fight. I'm only asking once, can we not do this? I don't wanna fight all night. I'd rather kiss your lips and undress.
Continue until all 24 strands of vertical cords are attached onto the anchor cord. We will now begin to form the lotus pattern. Separate the strands so that there are 12 on each side. We will be using a series of double half-hitch knots to form the lotus flower pattern. Taking the middle right cord as the anchor cord, we're going to make a double half-hitch knot. Continue with 2 more double half-hitch knots to the left. Then on the right side, make 2 double half-hitch knots with the top left cord as the anchor cord. Then taking the fifth cord from the left as the anchor cord, make a series of double half-hitch knots to the right for a total of 4 double half-hitch knots. Then take that anchor cord that we had just made a few double half hitches on, use that as a working cord for a double half hitch knot on the anchor cord to the right. Then taking that same cord, make another double half hitch knot going the other way. Directly underneath the diagonal double half hitch knot row that we just made, take the far left cord and use that as an anchor cord for another row of double half hitch knots to the right, for another 4 double half hitches. We will now start closing off the middle petal by taking the vertical cords in the middle and attaching them onto the left anchor cord using double half hitch knots. So starting with the inner far left cord, attach that onto the left anchor cord using a double half hitch knot. Then continue with the next cord to the right. We will then continue with the petal on the left by taking that same anchor cord and continuing with 2 more double half hitch knots to the right. We will now add a third petal on the left side. Starting with the far left cord as the anchor cord, make another diagonal row of double half hitch knots to the right, stopping at 7 double half hitch knots. We're going to start by curving the double half hitch knot row upwards, then diagonally following the second petal on the right. Starting with the far left cord again, make another diagonal row of double half-hitch knots to the right for a total of 9 double half-hitch knots. We're going to curve the double half-hitch knot row so that it forms a petal-like shape. Now going back to the middle petal, we will take the cord to the left of the left anchor cord and make a double half-hitch knot. Taking the same working cord, make a double half-hitch knot on the same anchor cord going the other way. Taking the same working cord, make a double half-hitch knot on the far left petal. Repeat on the right side, mirroring what we just did on the left. We will now add one more petal to the bottom of both sides. Starting with the far right working cord underneath the petal on the left side, use that as an anchor cord for double half-hitch knots to the left, for a total of 5 knots. Repeat the same thing on the right side. Close off the middle petal with one double half-hitch knot. Continue with the anchor cord from the petal up above on both sides for a double half-hitch knot. Then close it off with one more double half-hitch knot in the middle. On the left bottom petal, take the first cord underneath and use that as an anchor cord for 5 double half-hitch knots to the right. Then repeat on the right side for 5 double half-hitches to the left. Then add a 6th double half-hitch knot on both sides and close off with one more double half-hitch knot in the middle. We will now add 3 sets of square knot diamonds underneath the lotus flower. Starting with the 4 cords in the center, make a square knot and then continue with 2 alternating square knots underneath. Finish off with 1 more alternating square knot underneath that. Make another square knot diamond on the left side, starting with the 3rd cord from the left. Make 1 more square knot diamond on the right side. Take 4 strands of cord at 180 centimeters long each and attach them one by one onto the wooden dowel using Larsen knots. We will be using the 8 strands of cord here to make a square knot tassel. Starting with the left 4 cords, make a square knot, then make one more adjacent square knot to the right. Make an alternating square knot underneath. Then continue repeating 2 square knots and 1 square knot until you have a total of 21 rows, ending with 2 square knots adjacent to each other. Once all 21 rows are made, take a strand of cord of about 25 centimeters long and make a gathering knot. If at any time you want to see the slower step-by-step version of these knots, please refer to my 50 knots and sentence tutorial. See link in the video description below. Cut off the excess cord from the gathering knot. Then take 4 strands of cord at 180 centimeter long and attach them onto the right side and make another square knot tassel. We will now tuck in the cord ends from the horizontal row of double half-hitch knots at the very top. Turning the piece upside down and using a crochet hook, weave the cord ends through a few of the loops from the double half-hitch knots. Cut off the excess cord and then repeat with the other end. To finish off the wall hanging, this is optional, but I've decided to add another row of double half-hitch knots in the center to hold the cords together. Starting with the right square knot, using the cord on the left of it as the anchor cord, make a diagonal row of double half-hitch knots to the left, for a total of 4 double half-hitch knots. Repeat on the left side. Make one more double half-hitch knot in the middle. The very last step is to trim the cord ends at the bottom to your desired length. You are now complete with the lotus flower wall hanging. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know if you have any comments in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next time.